I've been in the gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal. What? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble. What? The breeze from the past will assist your irregular breathing. Handle got your ankle in your knee in a disagreement. Now your balance taking off for bereavement. They wanna know what I be cooking up, cause then they think we be even. But I know, look, dished it, so I never seen it now. Gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal. What? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble. What? My team is the strongest and we crush the competitors. Game over!
That's the way to start the year. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Fast Break. I am Tali Carr inside our Atlanta studios, the home court advantage. Now, things are a little different this year with the Fast Break. We do have games some of the time. We kind of have fans, not really, but for the games that we do play, COVID is still a driving force. But not for this show, because I can guarantee you this. HBCU Game Day will deliver you 12 weeks of the Fast Break. No matter what happens, we have stories for days. And the driving force behind the Fast Break is executive producer Wally Pitt, who has nothing on my jump shot. He was recently in Rock Hill, South Carolina at the Phenom Hoops Holiday Classic. High school action with maybe, just maybe, some future HBCU stars on the court.
In the world of HBCU hoops, it can sometimes feel like our phenoms come out of nowhere. Between the late bloomers, transfers, and recruiting sites' primary focus being on Power 5 PWIs, it can be a challenge to keep up with which high school ballers might be coming to your HBCU. So I pulled up on the Phenom Hoops Winter Classic Tournament in Rock Hill, South Carolina to see if we can put a little shine on some prospects who might end up on an HBCU campus in the next few years. Word of God Christian Academy has solidified themselves as a hoop state powerhouse, with an all-star list of NBA vets coming through the program over the past handful of years. But they've also produced guys like Blake Harris, who's found his HBCU home at North Carolina A&T. Plus, they're coached by former Shaw U assistant Byron Williams, and the 2021 Holy Ram squad is carrying on that tradition with a bunch of show-enough hoopers rocking that purple and gold. Guys like Josh Smith, the 6'9" wing, is the 5th-ranked prospect in North Carolina for the class of 2022, with offers from the likes of Kansas, Maryland, and UCLA. But Ja also has offers from both Howard and North Carolina Central, which means plays like this might be coming to a MEAC gym near you. And his running partner on the wing is Saquon Harris, the 13th-ranked prospect out of North Carolina. And he might not have the offers, but he most definitely has the talent. Here he gets his own board and the putback. That's a bucket. Then he gets out in transition, goes head down, and gets the tough lay. The Holy Rams also got guys like Po' Boy King, a class of 21 3-star prospect with Power 5 offers whose game is smoother than warm butter on hot toast. The up and under in traffic, that's a bucket. And just when you think Word of God can't get any more loaded, they got guys like Khalil Marshall and Assad Pompey giving quality minutes behind the Holy Rams' big three. Here we got Marshall with the top of the key pass fake take over 2 defenders. Then it's Pompey with a nice take plus a pull-up jump. And while this Word of God squad is indeed deep, the guys on the other side of the court weren't worried about none of that. Moravian Prep gave the Holy Rams all they could handle with guys like VJ Freeman, who has HBCU Hoop Star written all over him. Freeman was a beast on the glass and made sure to let his opponents know he wasn't worried about none of those stars or offers. He was in Rock Hill to hoop, point blank, period. BJ finished this one with a game-high 29 points, but it wasn't enough for Moravian Prep as Josh Smith goes mailman on the breakaway dunk and waves bye-bye to Moravian Prep, and Word of God got the dub, 72-66. After Moravian Prep took the close L to Word of God, they were faced with another steep mountain to climb. The number 1 team in North Carolina, Combine National. Coached by UNC Tar Heel legend Jeff McGinnis and led by guys like 2023 UNC commit Robert Dillingham, and the monster in the middle, Omarion Bodrick, who has an offer from North Carolina A&T. Combine National is number 1 for a reason. But Moravian Prep said, y'all gonna have to show us what it is, as they brought the smoke straight to Combine right from the tip. Freeman goes baseline, through contact, that's a bucket, plus a low-key stare down from the senior from Hickory. Now BJ Freeman got offers from both A&T and NCCU, and you can see after he knocks down this 3, he's ready for all that Club Corbett Eagles Nest action. BJ back for more. Now he wants the ones with Howard Bison prospect Bryce Alfino. Freeman gets by him and puts up the floater over Bryce and the 7-footer Patrick Wessler. That's a bucket. And I can't even lie to you, bruh had me feeling right at home. Go ahead and talk that talk, young blood. Run it back again? Okay, Alfino on Freeman. Same play, same result. Freeman is feeling it against the number 1 squad in the state. Then it's Raekwon Horton. He's got an offer from South Carolina State, and the young Bulldog wants a piece of that 3-star big man too, and he gets it, +1. Moravian Prep up 18-11 after the first quarter. And I already told y'all A&T was looking at Combine big man Omarion Bodrick, and he got big paws for a puppy. Here he gets the board, kicks it back out, the jumper's missed, he gets the board again, goes for self, finishes with the left, and he calls out the defensive assignments on the way back down court. Yeah, they gonna love him in the borough, especially after they see him on D. Take flight, young fella. I'ma call him Omarion Blockdrick after that one. Combine on the comeback with another big dog, Mekhi Grant, class of 22 with offers from NC State and Wichita. But HBCUs, go get lil' bruh, cause as you can see, he got some beast in him. Combine still cooking. Here we got Hampton prospect AJ Smith straight to the basket. He say he too little for him. But every time Combine closed the gap, Moravian Prep was right there to bust that thing back open. The young Bulldog, Raekwon Horton, show off that two-way game, lil' bro. He gets the steal, the lay, that's a bucket. Moravian was up by as many as 17 in the second quarter. Combine doing their best to rally in the third quarter, but them boys at Moravian Prep weren't letting off any pressure out there. BJ Freeman, back with the rock in his hands, the shifty dribble through, the up and around layup that kept going round one more time before it dropped in the basket. Here he goes again. No screen, no problem. He finishes strong through Mekhi Grant, BJ Freeman, 21 points. He led everybody out there in scoring, and while Combine mounted a light comeback attempt, it just wasn't enough to get back in it with the underdogs at Moravian Prep, who bring home the 68-57 win over the number one team in the hoop state.
I've been in the gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal. What? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble. What? The breeze from the past will.
When you pull up on a holiday hoops tournament without really knowing who's who or what's what, the eye test is all you need to spot the squad to look out for. And from the time I laid eyes on the Victory Christian Kings, I knew this was a squad I had to see. Size, athleticism, skilled shooters, shifty guards who make plays in transition, and if I'm being honest, the drippiest black and blue jersey combo in the whole daggone tournament. All that plus some of the bunnies they showed me in the layup line dunk contest. Had me excited I made it to the gym in time for their game against Legion Academy. And after doing my homework, I learned that Victory Christian is an eclectic mix of New York City guards, skilled big men from the West Coast, and a bunch of well-coached, scrappy Carolina boys ready to get up and down the court. The first players to pass my eye test were the twins from Brooklyn, New York, Taiwan and Takai Simpkins. This pair of throwback New York City two-way guards made me want to brush off my Timbs and get my Averex coat out of storage. Now this is the first year in the hoop state for the class of 2022 standouts, and I wasn't able to find any recruit info on these guys yet, so I need all my HBCU recruiters to get the Victory Christian ASAP, because these two be hoopin'. Here go Taiwan. The Euro splits the defenders. The take to the rack, you can add one on the foul. That's a bucket for Taiwan Simpkins. Then it's Takai with the baseline lay. That's a bucket for the other Simpkins twin. Here we got Taiwan on the steal. His bro Takai ends up with the rock. The finish left gets the bucket and one, and this Victory Christian squad is not to be fooled with. More from the Brooklyn brothers. Taiwan gets the nifty finish off the cut to the basket. Then it's Takai. He say, bro, I got Euro finishes in my bag too. The soft touch on the up and under is good for a bucket. And let's no cap off the Simpkins brothers portion of the package with a board slap alley-oop for Taiwan. And a two-handed flush for Takai off the crazy bounce from Louis Duarte. 20 points for Takai, 14 for Taiwan, and do trust me, these boys are ready for the next level, and I need my HBCUs to go get them. Speaking of Louis Duarte, the 3-star Garden Grove, California native has all types of Power 5 offers, and it's easy to see why. His court vision is on a whole nother level. And as you can see from this two-handed flush, my guy got some juice off the bounce as well. Now let me show some love to the Victory Christian dirty work guys. DeMar Anderson, coming off an injury from last season, and he always seems to be in the right place, making the right play. Here he finds Lou Dort, who takes it strong through the defender's chest. Then he takes this one for self with a nice pull-up jumper. The senior has offers from App State, Robert Morris, South Carolina Upstate, but I hope to see some HBCUs on his trail soon because dude can do it all. Victory Christian takes home the 91-51 win, so I pulled up on them again for the first half of their matchup against Concord Academy's regional team. And this time, it was the boy Randy Oval passing the next level eye test. 6'7", 210 pounds of basketball skill, energy, and IQ. The 3-star forward from Bellflower, California has a gang of West Coast offers from the likes of Cal State Fullerton and Fresno State, and Randy with the range knocked down 3 big threes early as Victory Christian got another big time win, 81-54 over Combine, and are currently ranked 8th in the hoop state.
I've been in the gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal, what? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble, what? The breeze from the past will...
While wading through the sea of talented bucket getters at the Phenom Hoops Holiday Classic, the more time you spend watching, the more you begin to notice different types of players sticking out for one reason or another. Some stick out for their athleticism, and others because of their sheer size and talent. But sometimes, a basketball player can awe you with their ability to lead the charge. And when I pulled up to watch a battle between Concord Academy and Greensboro Day, both teams ranked in the top 25 in North Carolina, I was treated to a close game with a knockdown game winner and was introduced to Logan Threat, the class of 22 floor general of the Concord Academy Eagles. With his only offer coming from UNC Wilmington, I think it's safe to say that everyone, HBCUs included, are sleeping on a major threat. Pun intended. Threat brings it up the court, attracts the double team, creates and finds the open man who knows just what to do with that thing. I see you, Tucker Johnson. Then he gets the steal, finds another open man for another easy 2. Then he pulls up from 3, knocks it down, calls out the matchups, gets the D set, checks the score in time, and locks back in on his man. Like I said, that's a floor general right there. And what good is a floor general without a go-getter for a lieutenant? Here's what the A-Sun Conference is getting in Lipscomb recruit Trey Benham, a fearless take to the bucket for the and 1. Now let's get back to threat level Logan. Straight downhill to the bucket, 4-2, and gets right back on D. Concord and Greensboro Day locked into a close one, 59-58. Concord with the lead, Threat fouls in the backcourt, Greensboro Day hits both. Concord is now down 59-60 until Trigger Trey Burnham comes off the curl, and this is how you find your spot, stop, pop, and knock down the game winner. Concord gets the 1-point win behind 23 points from Logan Threat and 14 for Trey Benham. Now this next guy won't be playing at a HBCU, but he will be playing against a few. I need all my Hampton and A&T fans to start scouting now because Winthrop commit Ben Burnham is going to be a problem in these HBCU gyms for the next 4 years. Burnham's got touch on the inside, he got range from outside, he's a relentless defender and rebounder who leads by example on the court. I mean, will y'all just look at this left-handed extendo putback off the glass? Then he gets the board, pushes up the court around the back to the bucket with the finesse finish at the rim. Here, Ben Burnham out here putting on a show. Then he pump fakes, finishes strong past the defender, and that's a bucket. And so is this. 29 points from the 6'8" Winthrop commit, and all my Big South HBCU fans, don't say I did not warn you. So after 3 days of hoops, digging through every piece of talent that may show up on an HBCU basketball court in the next few years, my final thought is this. The talent is definitely out there, and the time feels right for more of these phenoms to come on home. But I can't judge from behind my camera lens how hard it might be to get a kid with Power 5 offers to see the bigger picture, to understand the history and legacy of our universities, and get them to want to be a part of changing the conversation.
I've been in the gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal. What? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble. What? The breeze from the past will.
January is here, and that means conference hoops. No more money games for now. But we did see some pretty good out-of-conference action. North Carolina Central almost woulda, shoulda, coulda against UNC. North Carolina A&T making history, hosting a Power 5 school in Stanford. Let's stick with those Aggies. We're going to pick them up on the road at UNC Charlotte.
North Carolina A&T in the Queen City to take on UNC Charlotte. Cam Langley was out, Quay Parker was hyped, and him and the East Greensboro Dog Pound gave us nothing but flame emojis in the layup line dunk contest. And this was a close, fast-paced game for the whole 40. UNC Charlotte's Jameer Young up and under for 2. Charlotte was up 6-2 until Quay Parker's 3 made it 6-5. '49ers right back. Jordan Shepard, the kiss off the glass, and 1. UNCC up 8 early in the first, but the Aggies closing the gap. Ty Lyons, the mid-range fadeaway. Then it's Jeremy Robinson with the tough drive to the bucket. Kenyon Dooling knocks down the 3, and the Aggies are down 2, but they still cooking. Quentin Jones, he wears number 4, but he stays pulling up for 3. He hits back-to-back trays, and the Aggies are rolling. Quay Parker uses the bunnies on D, gets the tip. Jeremy Robinson finds Kenyon Dooling for the lay. Aggies up 6, and they are feeling it midway through the first half. UNCC's Jameer Young comes back with another nice layup of his own. Then the 49ers get the steal. Bryce Williams with the tough lay, that's a bucket, and UNCC zips up that Aggie lead real quick. But here go taking Blake Harris, the drive to the rack. Game tied at 27 with 5 minutes left to play in the half, and it was all A&T for the next 5 in the first. Quay Parker hits the 3. Lets his defender know what it is on the other end of the court. Then it's Quay Parker again. He goes behind the back and puts old buddy down like old Yeller. Then he finds Quentin Jones, who had hits from 3 like his first name was Quincy. Q Jones led the Aggies with 9 points in the first half. Webster Fillmore getting his big man on with the board, the putback, the and one, and the Aggies go into the half up 8 over UNC Charlotte. But the 49ers dug into the mine with the pickaxe in the second half. Jameer Young, another flashy up and under layup. Charlotte with the D. The no-look dish, the bucket, +1, and that 8-point A&T lead is now a 1-point UNC Charlotte lead. The 49ers going on a little run. Jameer Young back again, this time from D. Then another tough lay. That's a bucket. 49ers up 55-48 with 10 minutes left to play. But here come A&T. Blake Harris, rain down, 4-3. Quentin Jones chimes in singing back up with a tray of his own. And let's go ahead and cast Tyler Jones as the third member of Aggies with Buckets because he knocks down a 3 and cuts the Charlotte lead down to 1, 62-61. But UNCC got shooters on deck too. This Jerry Matos 3 gives UNCC a 7-point lead with just over 1 minute left to play. Then this Quentin Jones 3 gets A&T back within 2 points with 37 seconds left to play. Aggies running a trap off the inbound. They look to foul Jameer Young, but he dribbles it off his foot. The refs end up calling the foul before the turnover. A&T wants a replay. Charlotte wants to shoot them 2 free throws, and the 49ers get their wish. Young hits both free throws, making it a 4-point game. Then it's Blake Harris, straight to the cup for the easy 2. The Charlotte lead is back to 2, 22 seconds left. Aggies foul, UNCC hits both, 4 points, 20 seconds. A&T looking to make something happen late. Blake Harris tries to find Tyrone Lyons behind the arc, but Jameer Young gets a paw on it. The 49ers get the steal and the 76-72 win. Aggies fall to 3-8 on the year, and they have one more non-conference game left before conference play gets popping in 2021.
Okay, thank you for rocking with us this week. Another season of the Fast Break, and hopefully the last basketball season with these odd Thomas circumstances we have going on. Everyone stay safe out there, mask up, wash your hands, do whatever you need to do so you can see us right back here next week on the Fast Break. 3, 2, 1. Suit, jacket's too tight.
I've been in the gym getting my level up. Fenders getting gas, so I mash on the pedal. What? The backboard I crash, slam the rock to a pebble. What? The breeze from the past will.
Down by 11 with 4 minutes left to play, the Rams rallied behind tournament MVP Rob Cologne, who had 25 points, including 3 of the coldest ice in his veins free throws you will ever see. And from the stands to the court to the locker room to the post-game presser, the Ram pride was everywhere in the Spectrum Center as the Charlotte chapter of the CIAA tournament ends with WSSU cutting down the nets.
It's good. It feels good to get a ring. You know, we ain't got a ring in a long time. It was a new. I know a lot of people probably doubted us. Y'all had us like ranked number 8 because you know a lot of guys left. So I mean, came out number 1. So I mean,
say it with your chest, man.
Yeah, man.
Say it. Yeah, say it.
I ain't gonna say no more. You know.
All right.
We get rings, man. We can chant. Say it like that.
Yeah.